the other in general.
It just seems like the patch,
because
dude.
there are a lot of 1-1 splits.
Yeah. No, you're like when you said this might be another shellacking. My brain was not like, oh yeah, clearly Fnatic's gonna.
Liquid is gonna shellac.
It'll be Liquid. It's gonna be Liquid. This is what happened with Liquid OG, Liquid Outsiders. Like I could just go through the Liquipedia of every series in this tournament, and that's basically it so far, barring LGD.
That's right. Fnatic versus Liquid.
Why do you always have to belch and mute yourself when I'm
Why do you stop talking?
Because I think it's funny. When I'm ending a point, he presses the cough button and then belches.
Team Liquid take Night Stalker Dazzle to start them out. Fnatic with the Puck Tusk. So Puck Tusk. The fact this is only the second of 3 series we're doing today does not bode well.
Really bad.
Puck was banned last time around, so the Lone Druid Razor are the same. Timbersaw is a new one. Tiny is a new one, because that was also played in the last game. So it's going to open up some nice juicy picks, although a couple of these guys were not banned first phase last time. I don't think Night Stalker was banned. Dazzle was in the game. So a lot of repeat offenders here, whatever that means.
Yeah. That's right.
Just throwing around random
I don't know why. You're really doubling down because you couldn't get the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Anyway, speaking of repeat offenders, Insania.
Alchemist is a convict.
Is that true?
Yeah.
In his lore?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, the Ogre.
Well, the Ogre or
I think the Ogre.
The Ogre is. That's the Alchemist.
No, the Alchemist is a small guy in his head.
No, that's another guy. That's just his friend.
So he just has this small guy riding his head.
Yeah.
But the Alchemist is the Ogre.
Yeah, it's like Alchemist and friend. Nobody specifies who's who on that.
Can you name all 3 techies?
Squeeze, Spleen, and Spoon.
Lucky guess.
Is that it?
I don't know, actually.
Okay. It sounds right. Okay. Once again, they can hear you on my microphone for almost certainly.
That's fine. It's just the B stream.
That's right. For boy, that's a shellacking. Night Stalker, first phase. If I had to guess, you showed me this draft, I'd be like, oh, this is Entity. This is clearly Entity. They're picking that Saberlight Night Stalker. But no, this is in all honesty probably going to be a Matumba Man carry Night Stalker.
I think so.
That's what my gut is saying, and
really?
you pick the Dazzle to secure the lane. I mean, I'm certain. Of course, Zai can play it. Like Zai can play literally anything. But no, I know that this is a big thing that Liquid has been a fan of lately. I don't know how much they've actually been running it in competitive, but I know that he's been playing it in pubs. So that's what. Oh, they pick Earthshaker. People have been hating on this hero.
Yep.
In this tournament.
And we've seen everyone lose with it outside of LGD. So that is a risque endeavor.
Yeah.
Has it been played strictly as a 3 or a 4? Or both?
No, as a 4. I suppose for OG, Seb is 5, although usually when he's Earthshaker,
yeah, you can't play 5 Earthshaker.
He ends up with more farm anyway. So I mean, I feel like the current Dota patch is like you end up with a lot of 4.5s. Like if you look at Tusk in Chen, like we just saw Fishman on Chen as like higher net worth than Yatoro, enemy carry.
Yeah.
It's obviously higher net worth than his position 4, even though he's technically the 5. So I don't know. Dota, the roles have really coagulated lately, and it's no different in the support positions either.
I know how much you want to say festered. You can say that. I don't mind. It
is in the game. It is Fester is a word in the game that Valve has used. So
it's in the shard for Nakes.
Open wounds. That's right. That's right. And hopefully Yatoro's build does not fester over to other games, because that was a very rough one from him on that previous series.
Yeah, that was a rough performance.
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
So Chen, picked up by Fnatic, has been a very strong hero this patch, but haven't seen it banned all that often. And Viper makes it to the second phase. We talked about this being semi-flex. I mean, this time around, it's almost certainly the 3, because Puck is always going to be mid at this stage. But just counters a lot of heroes.
Viper Tusk, that's the old EG opening. That is basically what EG used to win all of 2 or 3 DPC is Viper Tusk to start, or like Razor Tusk. That's sort of shenanigans. So extremely strong lane. It's like the only stronger lane is Marcy plus Viper. That's it. Really.
Marcy plus anyone.
Any like all the top lanes in Dota are Marcy lanes, but then the next ones are the same heroes that would go with Marcy but with Tusk.
So why was Marcy not picked? Not banned?
That's a damn good question, my friend. That's a great question. Well, I can tell you why Team Liquid didn't pick it. They didn't pick it because Puck is a Marcy counter. You can never jump the Puck. It's really difficult to gank the Puck mid, and Marcy's always trying to like run next to her teammates, and so you can very easily get a double coil. So I think Puck is just generally a Marcy counter, and I don't think Marcy's that nice into Night Stalker either, or Dazzle. Like, I feel like we saw the Dazzle versus Marcy previously, and Marcy often is just super like aggressive and gets a lot of stacks of the Dazzle Q on her.
Oh, not a Matu Night Stalker, so this actually looks a little bit more straightforward. We got the 1 Jug, the 3 Night Stalker, and then the Dazzle Earthshaker supports.
Is this going to be an Earthshaker Night Stalker off lane? I mean, there are a lot of double melees being picked, so I could definitely see it, but I feel like this is Liquid, and it might not end up being straightforward. This might end up being like Night Stalker mid, which I think Mickey has played fairly recently, and I remember him playing against the Puck. I think it was in Riyadh, actually. And I recall him doing very well in lane versus the Puck, actually kind of dumpstering, using like the silence to like run up and stop the Puck from getting the last hit on the range creep with the nukes and getting denies and stuff. So maybe it's that. We'll see.
Okay, but from Fnatic, almost certainly the position 1 is what's missing. They also have a semi-traditional, if you want to call it that, lineup. At least we know the roles in all likelihood. Viper 3, Puck 2. The rest of the ones are supports. So the carries like Void are being banned out now from Team Liquid's side. But yeah, if that is a Midnight Stalker, then it kind of opens up a lot.
It does. And so Fnatic, they need a Tomato carry hero that...
Fnatic is banning mids right now.
They're banning mids. Okay. Maybe... I mean, it's weird. It's like it's one of those things where, like, I'm sure they've seen the game where Mickey was playing Night Stalker mid. It's just one of those things where it's like, so what? Like, go for it. You know what I, like, do we care about playing against a Night Stalker mid?
Right.
For Tomato, I'm looking at Monkey King. TA would have been really good. There's not much to deal with the TA. She'll have a free lane versus a potential Night Stalker, Earthshaker especially. Let's see. Alchemist is banned. Nature's Prophet is banned as well. Bloodseeker's banned. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Monkey King.
Monkey King against the 3 melees.
And he goes for the CK. Okay, the one other carry that
very
is
tanky,
not
can fight relatively early. Very self-sustaining in lane.
Not fantastic against Earthshaker in the game, though. Earthshaker is a traditional counter to CK. You're always going to have those illusions grouped up around your heroes, even, you know, along with like the Tusk, who's going to be snowballing people in. It's actually looking like a really good Earthshaker game.
We'll see.
I think for Liquid, other than the Puck, like Pango looks pretty good. So Fnatic thinks they're looking for a Mickey hero mid.
I mean, it's possible they think that this could be a mid-Night Stalker, but they also feel like it's somewhat flexed. They want to get rid of some of these mids to force him to play Night Stalker mid. Because there's still a ton of offlaners still in the pool, right? Like almost nothing has been banned. It's going to be a Coddle, so it looks like a Coddle mid.
Yeah, I think so.
See what the picks end up being.
Oh my
it is a Night
goodness.
Stalker.
Okay. It's not a... Is it a Coddle offlane or is it a Coddle 4? It's a Coddle offlane. I see.
All right.
We should never question what Liquid is doing, or we should never make a conclusion about what Liquid is doing. It's almost never right, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, that's the power of having these flexible positions and players being able to play multiple heroes in the same role.
Good Lord, look at that Gator.
That's a Gaben's Gator.
Oh, my God, the gaping Gator.
That is That is a sick set, though, I have to say.
Yeah, that's a cool one, actually. I mean,
That's easily the best Chen set, no doubt about it.
Where is that from?
Although the crocodile is extremely good, but I might prefer the gorilla, actually. The
Harambe? Yeah.
Yeah, the gorilla is really nice.
Why does Chen get all these sets? Nobody gives a shit about Chen. He's the least picked hero in the game.
Yep, it is true. I think it's because there's just so... Oh, first of all, it's a mount. And the fact that you can get away with crazy stuff like this means artists want to make cool sets for him.
Yeah, that's true.
And nowadays, it's not like you come out with these individual... Like, it doesn't matter if it's a Chen set that nobody plays, because it's just bundled in with other popular
That's
stuff.
true. Now, you got to throw some garbage into the
Yeah,
chest.
but
Not that the set is garbage.
I love my Chen set. I have never played Chen, probably. Well,
Yeah.
that's not true.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. It's the hero. It's just too hard.
Yeah.
It's way too hard.
Too much micro involved.
Yeah.
All right, so game number 2 is going to potentially decide a lot. If it's a tie, then it's not going to decide anything either way, but it'll put Fnatic in a really good spot going forward, while Team Liquid is going to be put on a bit of the back foot because they came into this series dead even in games won and lost. So they're looking to try to even it up again, try to stay afloat in the top 4, because that's who goes on to the upper bracket. Talk to me about the lanes that you like here, if you like any of them. Has anybody ever said, man, I really hate both lineups? I feel like that never happens.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Usually, if it's EG versus EG, that'll do it. It happens. I mean, sometimes like pros just have some idea based on the game that it's like hard to understand until you see it in retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
You see some like some like Marcy dispose into like Magnus Skewer. It's like, oh, okay, I get what they were going for in this game. So that it's definitely happened. But no, I think Fnatic's lanes are incredibly strong. I mean, they have Viper Tusk, like that's going to destroy almost anything. They have Chen, who's an incredibly strong laner, no heroes to really deal with the creeps, and a CK who has setup stuns for like a Chen Centaur Stomp or something like that. Puck mid obviously is going to do fine against almost anything. I don't think Coddle pressures a puck that hard. So yeah, I feel like Fnatic is slated to have a pretty solid game. Zai's gonna have to play the positioning game on bot. If he gets caught out at all by Tomato and any creep follow up, like he could really die.
Mm-hmm. Well, the bounties are gonna go even, so nothing, no crazy smokes like we saw in what game was that? Boy, these really meld together.
That was
Spirit.
Spirit that had they did a big wraparound.
I was really sad it didn't turn into anything.
It didn't.
That was a long trek across the whole map.
In fact, I do believe they got shellacked in that one.
Yeah, but not related to the cool smoke.
No, the smoke was cool. They did get a nice D ward off of it, though. I do recall that.
That is true.
Nice, sexy D ward.
Who has?
Okay. What garbage are you about to say to me?
It's funny because I said who has, and I hadn't thought about what to say yet.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I could have gone like multiple directions, like best cosmetic, best face.
Yeah. For
example, who's the most attractive person.
And you went nowhere.
I just thought none of them were interesting.
That's good. That's really good. SMK does start with the Crippling Fear on the Midnight Stalker.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Just prevents like the illusory orb getting a last hit or something?
Yeah, it's to secure the range creep deny. Like I said, I saw him do this in Riyadh, and I didn't understand how... Ooh, Insania. He's got a lot of stacks of poison.
Call it.
What?
Call it.
He's dead. He's going to go down. You mean call it out like I'm the caster?
Yeah.
Insania walking around the trees.
Oh.
DJ,
oh.
He's looking.
Oh.
He doesn't have the shards. Looks like he's got that tag team level 1. The slow is there. Can he get the right click? He's probably going to need 2. No, 1 is enough. Is that your...
First blood goes the way of Fnatic. See, that's what you should be doing to hype up the plays.
Analyst impression is just moaning sexually.
Yes, you should do that.
I'm not.
Actually, it pumps me up when I'm casting.
Okay, well, don't talk.
Matu, he's going to Blade Fury. Not going to find a kill with it. As feels like he's been playing a lot of the same heroes, actually, in the games that we've watched. It's been Lone Druid, Juggernaut, and... What's the other one?
What is the other
There's another one in there.
That appears to be it.
But the thing with him is he has such a big hero pool. I'm just surprised they're picking kind of the same few heroes for him.
Bristleback's the other one.
Yeah, Bristleback was.
Bristleback's
He's played
the other.
most of his games on Bristle.
Yeah.
So a little bit surprising because I mean that's what he was known for when he won TI. He could play like literally anything. He played Viper carry, like sacrificial carry.
Radiant's
Yeah.
courier has been killed.
He was. I mean, even in his play style, I feel like he's very versatile. Like some games on Jug, it's Midas first and playing greedy, and other games he's showing up to every fight because he knows that he has to. So
Radiant's
I guess that's the
courier
thing
has
is
been
I don't feel like he's not being utilized in picking him the same heroes because I think his play style will be versatile no matter what the game is, and so you can like ironically shove him on the same hero every time and still kind of get a different performance. Matama's just good, man. He's just a good player.
Yep. I was always surprised that he was dropped from Liquid, the original Liquid, back in the day, which turned into Nigma, of course.
A lot of people were surprised about that.
Yeah. He just feels like one of the most stable position ones in the world for a long period of time, which I feel like that is the rarest thing, is that over that course of time somebody can be that consistent, because especially in the position 1 and 2, it feels like a lot of these youngsters are taking over their jobs lately.
That's right.
And these like old timers got to play the old support role at some point, like the fears of old, right? So
Yeah.
That makes it all the more impressive for me. Unlike his beard, which is disgusting. It's Insania taking some right-click damage. Matu trying to get some revenge with the Blade Fury, but DJ's just gonna TP out and cancel it. Nice little spray paint to just show that he outplayed his opponent.
Easy TP. Bot lane. What do we got going on down here? Zai's, he's getting some last hits. He's just not going close. Maybe this is the play against a tough lane. Is just pick Coddle and don't go anywhere near. He's actually, dude, he's rushing the bots, and he only needs 1,000 more gold for it. Okay. He's gonna have them pretty quickly.
So brown boots, 1 branch into bot.
Yeah, I'm curious what this looks like when he gets it. I'm very curious as the courier has to walk back to the tier 2 tower.
I mean, Bryle is surely checking this out, right? Well, I guess it's not a mid coddle, it's an off lane. But do you look at this and you're like, we need to punish this as fast as possible, knowing that he just has nothing in his inventory? He's like, okay, he must be going for boost of travel first.
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, they could think he's going for the earn rush, right? So I feel like it's hard to determine that he's doing this.
Yeah, I think it'd be a little easier to determine if it was a mid lane.
I wonder, well, like I said, I'm curious to see what this looks like. Like, what does he do when he gets the bot that he can't do without them? Does he go top and Matamba goes jungle, or does he go hold mid? They're doing some like weird wave cutting shenanigans down here, and Boxy's not really laning.
It's certainly greedy. It's similar to getting a Midas, right? The longer you have boots of travel, the more farm you're gonna get, but it's not gonna pay off as much early.
I love that Dubu stands there for a second.
Crippling Fear from Mickey. That's all I gotta say about that.
Okay, all right. Just call out.
Can I do your job for a little bit? We have the snowball coming in the top lane, but it's actually on the creep, so DJ, again, outplayed. DJ's so good. This is one of my favorite players of all time. He has just been, I mean, similar to Matu, just consistently really high level. Because in SEA, they've had a lot of turnover over the last, like, 8-9 years. But he's always on, like, a tier 1 team, it feels like.
Yeah, he is.
He's just crazy good. Coil, mid lane, DJ with the tag team. But you can see the Crippling Fear preventing Bra from going in any further. Mickey doesn't even have to bother going through that coil, so he's going to turn around with his ult, but I think better of it now is the snowball. DJ attempting to TP out right in the face of Mickey.
He doesn't
He's going to be successful, so he is
all right.
just playing on another level right now.
Yeah,
No kills come out of that, but
no. It's 2-0. There's nothing happening. There's a lot happening, but nothing really resulting from it.
yeah, let's talk about this Earthshaker's presence so far and what his purpose is.
Okay.
'Cause back in the day, and I'm sure it has not changed because the hero has not changed, Blink Dagger is the... Actually, I saw Seb not going Blink Dagger for a while. He was playing.
He went. He had an Ether Lens queued up, and I think he went Ether first, but then he went eventual Blink. And Agshard is, some people are going for Agshard prior to getting the Blink.
Even after the pretty massive nerf.
Yeah, they are.
Matumba. Viper Strike goes right through the Blade Fury. He's going to be blocked in as well from DJ. Nice pick off for Fnatic, but you have Mickey coming in now. Trying to take out Viper, but that's just another TP.
These TPs.
They don't have the stuns to stop them, especially after Void is already used.
Yeah, it is a pathetic Earthshaker or Void from Nightstalker mid. So, yeah, no Aftershock. So just the Fissure, level 2 at 7 minutes. I think this is
what we expect.
This is what is expected from Earthshaker. This is the problem people have with him, is that this play style of just being this like weak laning hero with boots running around with one spell is not really a thing anymore. Even Tinies you see skilling tree grab and going for regen and actually playing to like deny and win the lane. It's not about this boots run around low level stuff anymore. It feels like old fashioned, but we'll see if he can recover.
For Island Company looking to go in deep here. Matu, if they get him again, this would be a very big kill. He's going to Blade Fury out into safety. Obviously, Insania in a pretty tough spot as he will get dropped. Dubu, is this going to be another? No. Enchant Totem finally comes out, and that is the first kill for Liquid.
Zai TP stop with his boots of travel that he got it.
Over.
8 minutes as an offlaner, and this to me, this screams, okay, laning phase is over. Like, the moment you get...
Oh. Coil miss from Bryle.
A little too fast.
Still would have been a difficult kill.
It would have, yeah. That's that level 3 in Hunter in the Night.
Phantasm popped a little bit early, and yeah, Mickey is doing a ton of damage right now, but not going to pursue any further now that the Chaos Bolt is available.
Afraid of the TPs, like TPs coming in there with the tomato stun in the tower.
Midas really is Midas meta right now. Gracious.
I feel like it's something about CK it feels more natural on than a Jug.
And Void.
And Void. I think the order for me would be CK, Void, Jug in terms of what's the least weird. Because like with CK, I mean, he can now farm with his ult. People are doing that. You couldn't do that before when the cooldown was much longer. But yeah, it feels like he really likes the attack speed, and he needed a way of farming. And you can't go Battle Fury on him. Mjolnir's not good either.
Yep. Just need stuff that works with your illusions, which Hand of Midas kind of does.
Yeah.
Attack speed. Oh, DJ, nice move with the Ice Shards, getting to the other side of the Fissure, which, I mean, before you get Blink on Earthshaker, that's kind of your bread and gravy. That's not having another stroke. Bread and butter. Bread and butter. We're in Texas. Yeah. Bread and gravy is a thing.
They do biscuits and I think it's biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, that is accurate.
You're like melding between a southern character and yourself.
Yeah,
and really losing it. Bread and gravy. I'll tell you what.
I don't know where I was going with that either anymore.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's true. So pressure to this tier 1 tower now, but Zai with his boots of travel. Illuminate coming. Phantasm. Taking, basically dies instantly.
He's getting an Orchid on Zai, and I can understand that.
Okay.
It does feel like it's kind of just the Hunter in the Night right now that's doing all the disabling, and it's not going to be enough to kill a Puck, to kill a Tusk. Even CK, if he gets the Phantasm off, he can survive a lot of things because it dispels.
Got it.
Yeah, so Fnatic leaving the landing stage now with roughly 2k lead in their pockets. But yeah, Boxy obviously has had basically no impact on this game, it feels like, and it's just the Earthshaker days. DJ does. He's in a little bit of trouble, though. Snowball looks like he's resigned to die to Matu's Blade Fury eventually. One more right click.
No, please tell me he doesn't somehow survive this.
There's
no way.
He's walking on top of another spray paint. It's very fitting indeed.
You could spray paint when you're dead?
Yeah, of course. I don't know why, but
what?
That's
I didn't know that. All right.
Biggest benefit of spray painting.
That I need to put that on my chat wheel.
That's right.
All right.
So So Liquid able to get a couple kills on the board now, but only on support, so nothing really to write home about. As you can see in the net worth, 3 of the top 4 on Fnatic's side. Matu's the only one doing I mean, I shouldn't say that. Zai is pretty farmed. They're not actually that far behind the puck, so not too big of a discrepancy. It's really just the CK kind of separating from the pack at the moment. And the fact that he's this high in net worth and has Midas like recently purchased,
Scary.
He's going to snowball real hard.
Radiant are scanning.
And there's the other Midas. So
There we go.
Midas gaming continues.
Yeah, is Mika gonna get one? We'll see. You never
Radiant's
know.
top tower
not.
is under attack.
Oh no, Boxy. Oh no, as if his blink can't be delayed even
Yeah,
more.
punch into the air and back down into his grave. 3K lead for Fnatic. And I'm trying to understand the point. I mean, okay.
Dude.
Like laning stage Earthshaker is just, I don't know what you do. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But later in the game, it makes some sense.
With items, though, like you need to get items. By the way, Dubu, speaking of getting items, has a full mech. He's just been farming this entire time.
Yep. No
He's like,
boots.
so you guys have these useless heroes. I'm just gonna farm.
Yep.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Matu and
attack.
company look to be taking out the tier 1. No defense coming, so it should be a freebie for them. We'll be going Maelstrom next, and then
Radiant
likely
structures
into
are fortified.
Shard, Scotty, something to that effect. Maybe a Blink Dagger here or there.
Lots of drawings on the map. I don't know if those are PG. Oh, they are. Okay, it's just circles. I thought the circles were going to be connected with something that was not going to be very PG. So
Like what?
I think that was doesn't matter. I think Tomato was drawing and saying, okay, here's where we are farming. Maybe they're saying we're cool with this, or we want more. We will see in the next few moments. If those circles were angrily, or I think it's in response to this tower dying. Is like, oh, you know, they took the tower, but we got this. Like we're farming.
If we can find Zai, he's worth a decent amount of money. Old man Pinata.
Oh, they
There
actually
we
got
go.
him.
The snowball inside the ice shards. Bryle hasn't used a spell yet on him, though. Maybe was not expecting the connection from DJ. But they do force a bunch of TPs, and I don't think they're going to be found.
Yeah, Bryle did have coil up there. He just thought that it wasn't enough damage to finish him off, and doesn't want to commit into the TPs. So I don't know if that's what DJ was thinking, but it results in a really good play where they like force these TPs towards top. And now any move that Fnatic makes elsewhere is there's not going to be TPs coming in to punish it.
Yeah, Boxy taking advantage of that passive gold income to try to get his shard. Invis, okay, the coil comes out, crippling fear with the ult, and it gets popped, it looks like, from the coil itself as Mickey has to kind of maneuver to the other side of the cliff here as DJ and company are outnumbering most of Liquid. Nice grave comes out, though. Boxy staying alive just a little bit longer, able to get some spells off this time. Bryle drops him, so that's a big kill for Liquid. As Matu has that healing ward up. Gonna get blocked out for now, and they're gonna try to pursue even further. Fnatic doing a really nice job of closing the gap here. Matu's still on the high ground with the ward still alive. That has been an absolute value healing ward for him. And DJ going in really deep here. Questionable choice as he's dropped shortly after. So ends up being a 2-for-1 as Earthshaker did drop.
Be honest with me here. Did you remember that there was a Viper in this game?
No.
I forgot that there was a Viper in this game. Not that Jabs is doing anything wrong by any means. He's very farmed. Look at his items. Dragon Lance, 2 Wraith Bands, plus Treads. Like, he's just been silently kind of farming this entire time.
Yep.
With that being said, though, that fight obviously going the way of Liquid. That super value healing ward. That didn't die. Also, Mickey, fancy footwork. He survives with that ability to fly across high grounds. Even had the coil break with the Reality Rift, but it just wasn't enough to kill him. He's a little too tanky with his stats.
A prize.
Yeah, so Fnatic slightly punished there. Liquid
Silence.
still kind of been on the back foot, it feels like. Spin comes out from Matu, he's punched into the air. Early grave from Insania. So you can see the Phantasm Illusions are out. The Chaos Bolt comes through, and Matu down and out. Looks like Jabs is going to be just fine. The old TP away strat seems to be working quite
Works
well
every
for
time.
Fnatic.
So this should be the successful mid push, surely, without the carry being alive and a catapult. These strong Chen creeps.
Yeah, Mickey, no shard yet, so can't eat that delicious catapult. He really loves the taste of wood. Picks up the Satyr, though. So, will not be fully successful, in fact. Of course, the Boots of Travel helping out a little bit there. Mr. Zai is kind of all over the place. I think that's a finished Orchid on the way. Or he actually offers something else. Sania gets caught out by DJ, but the poison touch is there, and he can tell that some reinforcements might be on the way, and he'd be correct. He's halfway to his Blink Dagger for that Tusk. Nope, it was an Orchid.
Sania.
Yeah, they're gonna re-aggress, so
Yeah, he's got a ward, so that's why he feels safe doing this. So he does see this. He walks up for the heal anyway.
yeah.
He's positioning really far to the north.
Okay, they're gonna find Puck again. This Crippling Fear is one of the hardest counters to Puck in the game, and I'm wondering what the itemization is gonna be, because I mean, Wishblade feels like it's just needed on the hero.
Yeah, gives armor
When
too.
you go after that. Okay, we're gonna see the ult come out from Mickey. Gonna take out the Chen pretty quickly. A nice Illuminate. Ends up deleting him off the face of the map, but they're not gonna pursue for any further kills.
I would honestly queue up the Force Staff at this point on Puck. I know Quinn tends to do that on Puck. It's usually for him. It's blink into Force, and I imagine that's probably what Brawl will do. But it does feel sometimes like when you go blink into Force, there's a lot of times where you just have the blink and the Night Stalker kills you before you get the Force, and then it feels too little, too late.
Yeah, pretty hard matchup once you get to a certain stage of the game. But like you said, itemization can be targeted to try to counteract that. Boxy, he's almost there. Almost got that Blink Dagger.
One level in Aftershock, which you can do this now because the level 1 point has been increased a lot. The stun duration is really what matters. The damage is insignificant. It's got the same value as a level 2 point. People would go 2-1-2 before. So it does not shock me that this is the build on Earthshaker that people are doing.
Fnatic take their first Roach. Tomatoes can make it to that Aegis, and he's going to be finishing up a Blink Dagger pretty shortly as well. So I think this might be go time for Fnatic, who had a larger lead earlier in the game. It's been brought back a bit by Liquid, who have been finding it a little bit more of the pickoffs in the last few minutes. So Orchid obviously online for Zai. I think he's going for an Octarine Core. There's the silence to start things out, and that's going to be an easy pickoff onto DJ.
Yeah, the Orchid is definitely helping with these pickoffs because they can use Crippling Fear on one hero and then Orchid on DJ, who's going to be doing the saving. Like in the previous fight before this, we saw the like simultaneous initiation on both the Chen and the Tusk, and so like neither of them can save each other. That's why they have this like double silence. It's really nice.
This mid tower still survives, but I think finally at the 19.5-minute mark, Fnatic takes it out.
Oh, okay. There's the Force Staff. So Jabs gets one instead. So he'll have a Force Staff in case his Puck gets gone on. And presumably that's why Brawl is not going for a Force. Is he actually? Did he finish? Oh, he did finish a Force. Just kidding. He's dead anyway.
Oh, he might be dead. Oh, the Fissure's actually on the wrong side. A little bit awkward fight here is Brawl. He's going to get the coil to snap, or to stop that TP, I should say, and Zai's going to pay the ultimate price. Man, that Fissure actually ruined the gank, it feels like, for Liquid.
Well, it was kind of the knocking him back to the other side.
Mickey,
He's just
oh
dead.
My God. Tomato is huge.
It's that Midas attack speed, baby.
Armlet, Echo Saber, and then the attack speed of Treads and Midas.
And he did the trick where you Echo Saber hit, wait for the slow to cool down, and then hit again. So he had maximum slow. I saw a clip of Tomato being very impressed by that. I think he watched Yatoro do that. I believe it was Tomato. And so he did that little trick there to, even though he was silenced, he still had a bit of disable using that Echo Saber. So it's nice to see Tomato implementing the little things that he's very impressed by.
That's what pro players do.
That's it. That's right.
That's what separates them from the pack. So
and the good looks.
He is very good looking.
Yeah, it's
That is
actually
true.
disgusting.
Ends up extending the lead a little bit for Fnatic as Matu. He's going to get punched, so that's a cancellation of another TP. Feels like Fnatic are having all the luck with that, and Liquid not so much. Even an Omni/use, but I feel like that was a death no matter what. So Matu caught out again. And his farm, I mean, he's still quite farmed despite that.
Remember when you could TP while omniing?
I actually don't remember
I don't know if you could. I was just seeing if that was a thing.
that.
I think you
Radiant's
could.
middle
Could have
tower
been.
is under attack.
Nice attempt here. Oh, Boxy actually gets the nicely
got a
timed
force.
enchant totem, but the force staff, like you said, essence ring as well. The coil actually expended just to keep the Night Stalker at bay. Actually jaunts to his illusory orb.
Pretty sure you could. Omni. TP.
I'm sure somebody will let us know somehow. JK. Oh, that's a yes from the observer.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay, there we go. Very nice.
Better be careful with bringing up these old mechanics, because that's my specialty.
Is it? You didn't know that one.
That's true.
Dire's top tower
A
has
lot more where
fallen.
that came from. Though.
Okay.
I'll tell you what,
Hit
son.
me with another one.
Radiant
Hold
are
that horse.
scanning.
I have a story about Earthshaker, but it's not a mechanic.
Your specialty. Get me
Farming
one.
used to be so bad back in the day that you used to buy recipes. I forget what it was, like a bracer recipe.
Dire's
Soul Ring
middle
recipe, I
tower
think.
is
No, it
under
was before
attack.
Soul Ring was even in the game.
Oh.
You buy a recipe for the cheapest item possible on Earthshaker because you're going to die very often and you're going to lose all your gold. That's how it worked back then, basically. So you'd have literally like 50 recipes just scattered amongst your fountain because eventually you'll have enough to sell to buy your Blink Dagger. That's actually how the game was played.
Maybe that
At a
needs to
certain
come
stage.
back with how bad Earthshaker seems.
I mean, you can still do that, but
He's got his blink, baby.
he's got it.
Here we go.
He's had it for a while, by the way.
Yeah. Well, we need to see this big Echo Slam.
Only level 1.
Presumably waiting for the CK
Dire's middle tower is under
this
attack.
Aegis to go away. And
Yep.
if you can get an Echo Slam on these Chen creeps and the
Radiant's
CK
top
illusions,
tower is
it
under
will be
attack.
effective. Quite effective. It's got that hero damage. Yeah, it's just a lot of damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But now that the Aegis is expired, basically what they got out of it, all the outer towers in the top and middle lane are gone.
That's right.
Radiant's
Bottom
top
still has the
tower
tier
is
1,
under
so
attack.
not sure how much they care about that lane in particular, but only time will tell. So Scotty looks to be next for Tomato, so he's getting real beefy. Smoke now from Liquid. Zai kind of showing himself here with the Illuminate. Doesn't really give away the smoke at all, though. But you can see that there's nobody really that near. It's just the Viper jabs in the bot lane.
Come on, pick up those bounties, baby. Pick up those juicy bounties.
All right, so that's 2 bounties, right?
Yeah.
How much gold is that? Will the lead go to 6K?
At 24 minutes, 2 bounties. That's 3 divided 21 is divisible by 24.
Yep.
That will be
72 gold each.
okay.
72 times 5.
How do you know 72?
This observer just showed us.
Okay. I was gonna do the math. No, it's gonna be more than 72. Yeah, it'll be 72. That's right. Let's see.
72
Math,
times
72
5.
times 5. That's
so
350. Okay, so 700
700
gold.
So it
So we'll-
depends on how
that's how-
close we are to the threshold of 7.
Right. How accurate is this
Does it round?
bullshit? Is what you were thinking.
Yeah.
That's what you were thinking.
Yep, something like that.
Yeah,
But
that's
there is a
right.
bounty on the other side to counteract
Oh,
one of
that's
them.
gonna counteract
so I'm
that
going
other-
to say 7K. Okay, 6K.
Oh, here we go. All right.
But
Okay.
they haven't picked up the other
They have
bounty
not
yet
picked
to
up
go
the
back
other bounty,
to
that's
7K,
right.
and there
And
it is.
he's gonna bottle it. Oh, not back to
Still
7K.
6K. All right, that sounds like a 6.9K. Yeah, oh, yep,
There it
back
is.
to 7.
Back to 7.
All right.
Radiant's bottom
Tier 2
tower
tower
is under attack.
is falling now. Matu has the Mjolnir. Going for the Scotty next. Has his shard as well. So he definitely has the items to fight. The problem is the rest of his team,
Radiant's bottom tower has
maybe
fallen.
not so much. I was
No.
expecting, not flaming, I was expecting Zai to be more farm than this, I'm not going to lie. Considering you got first item Boots of Travel, gives you a lot of farm over an extended period of time. I mean, he's up there, but he's on par with the Viper. I
Yeah.
feel like that should not happen.
Yeah. You know, I feel like Fnatic has had.
They have a lot of stacks probably with this Nether Toxin.
I think they've had full control of the map is the thing, whereas like Mickey and Zai have had to split farm a little bit more. Like every single core on Fnatic has, if they want a camp, they get it. That's what they've just had 75% of the map, so that's Zai's issue, and so he's showing up to a lot of fights, and you know. It happens. It's okay. But Man's been the guy that's just soaking up the farm. He's the what are those big machines that they use on farms?
Tractors?
No, not a tractor. They put them on tractors.
They put them on
Yeah,
tractors?
they like harvest all of the, like a harvester, but there's a word for it.
Soul Harvester.
No, not soul. He's not harvesting souls. He's Shadow Fiend. It's not the devil. You know, I know you don't like his beard, but he's not literally a devil.
Yeah, I don't know what that's called, Jenkins. I'm sorry.
Somebody-
I'm not a big farmer myself.
Somebody out there is a farming expert.
You know, there's farming simulations out there that have esports attached to them. Did you know that?
I don't care what you're saying. I'm looking up what it is.
Okay, very good.
Farm machine gathers
Relate with all the viewers as well.
crops. Farm machine that gathers crop. 8 letters. Crossword clue. It's a crossword puzzle. I'm just getting crosswords.
This is the kinda-
Combine! A combine!
Okay, I would never have gotten that one.
Yeah. All right. What was your question, idiot?
Don't remember, don't care. Moving on. Thankfully, there's an unpause.
Oh, here we go.
Some of the worst content we've come up with in quite a while. Anytime tractor is brought up in a cast, you know it's gone real downhill.
Don't say that. We're in Texas, bro. Relax.
That's
There's gonna be an angry crowd outside.
Tractor's more northeast, I feel like.
Is
Like
it?
the Indianas of the world.
Okay.
Yeah, that's more farm territory. I mean, with this heat, do you think they can even have sustained farms in Texas?
Yeah, like pecans.
And
Yeah, they farm pecans down here.
All right, so it just feels like Fnatic are strangling the map and extending their lead bit by bit. What does Liquid need to do to get back in this game?
Big Echo Slam. I think that's it. They need to probably kill one of the cores in it. Maybe. I mean, I think they need to kill Tomato. It would get them like surely back into the game. Like that puts the game to pretty much even off of that one kill. But he's harder. He's very hard to kill. 3,500 HP with the Scotty. I mean, even an Echo Slam. This hero just doesn't do the same damage that he used to. And I'm referring to the Earthshaker. Like it's just been nerfed in terms of the echo damage over and over again, so...
We got the illusion scouting things out behind the cover of smoke. So he actually used that after the smoke, so they're not smoked up at the moment.
Yep. I
just
think
to try to bait somebody potentially.
I think he doesn't want to use it in the fight either because
of Echo Slam.
The Echo Slam is there, and he knows if he's just a normal hero that doesn't get echoed on like 3 illusions, he'll be fine.
Okay, let's see. That's pretty smart. Liquid, seeing that Phantasm is out, will be smoking up to try to aggress themselves. They run into a Satyr, and Mickey just can't help himself. Just too delicious. Yum, 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 yum.
That's right.
Does he not have his shard? I guess he doesn't.
Nope.
It's a little surprising. Is he Echo Saber now? Okay.
He's going for it. Yeah, he goes back for the Echo. What if he goes for the Blink first or the
If
Shard?
he's gonna go for Midas at 26 minutes here.
It's multiple ways of eating those creeps.
So how much do you think that this Earthshaker pick is because LGD is picking it with success? If they hadn't picked it with anybody else,
no. This is like a scrim thing. I mean, this is just like the Storm Spirit from the previous tournament. Everybody was shitting on it when Bulbo was picking it, and then it becomes top tier hero, even in like the finals, other than like Enigma. Yeah, it's a meme, but it means that it's probably working in scrims. You know, we're watching from this outside spectator point of view. It looks bad in the games that we happen to have seen it, but it's probably going very well in scrims, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, based on my limited time with the team, there's sometimes you still pull stuff out that did not work in scrims. Because you know, logically, this is a good pick. You might not have confidence in it, but sometimes you pick it anyway.
You're basically saying mistakes are made. Sometimes you do.
I don't know if that's a mistake. Like, maybe you played it poorly in scrims, and you know how to fix it, but you just haven't had time to correct
Or
it
you
necessarily.
think you know how to fix it, and you
Right.
actually haven't had enough
This
time
is where
to correct
hubris
it.
comes in. Like,
Yeah.
you can be overconfident in both ways, right? You're doing really well with the hero, or the opposite, really bad. As Mickey Cover of smoke now. DJ doing a good job of positioning himself behind this tree. He's going to get fissured, though. Orchid going to keep him in place. He's not going to be able to use any spells, but gets Force Staff and Hand of God for safety, but it's not enough. So Fnatic without DJ for 40 seconds. Phantasm already used. And I'm trying to remember, have we seen Echo Slam yet? Maybe like really early?
I don't think so. I mean,
yeah. Obviously, this is not like it's abnormal to hold on to
no, this is
Echo
very,
Slam for this
very
long.
normal. This is why people have been saying Earthshaker has one spell. It's very difficult to connect even the Enchant Totem on somebody without other setup, which feels very scuffed because Earthshaker is supposed to be your setup guy. If they gave him like move speed when he fissured or
if
something.
If they gave him an Ags by default,
that
would be pretty good.
That would work out for him.
I wonder how you could balance around that. Like that his Enchant Totem gives you mobility.
I feel like you're creating another Zeus scenario,
yeah,
though.
No, that's exactly what I thought. Yeah.
And
I don't know. Needs it.
I don't know if people like how Zeus is, even though people would have said Zeus needed it prior.
Yeah, I'm fine with Zeus. Healing ward, okay. Roche, fashion a crab out of Matu. Is that half HP? And the healing ward is still half duration left, so he's fine. Only a little bit of damage applied to the Roche in the meantime. But this next fight, if Liquid loses this and Fnatic takes Roche, I have a hard time seeing a comeback into the game without a monster Echo Slam. But that's kind of the name of the game here. Fnatic can't really take Roche if they don't know where the Earthshaker is, because that Echo Slam will ruin them. But we have a BKB, both CK and Puck. Wow.
I like it a lot. I think he needs one. He's playing into Orchid, into Nightstalker Silence, into Earthshaker. We talked about the only comeback is the monstrous Echo Slam. You can't hit that on 2 BKB targets, 3 BKB cores. Although he's got to put it in his actual inventory.
That'll be the start. That's when you can actually use the
okay.
items.
It's in there.
Manta on Matu now. This could turn into a pretty damn big fight, but they're going to find the Echo. Oh my goodness, Boxy deleted. But as you can see, the coil not really used to full effect. Zayne's going to have to grave himself. No buyback on the Earthshaker this time around. That Tusk is going to drop first for Fnatic. He's going to buy back into the game as Mickey just getting so much damage from the CK, who's going to turn his sights instead onto Matu, who dies. 74 seconds of no Juggernaut. Mickey getting chased by Bryle in the meantime. Double kill for him, and this should be a freebie Roche. And the fact that they found the Earthshaker before the fight even really began just kind of snowballed in the favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, they don't even really need the BKBs to prevent the Echo if the guy with the Echo is dead. Yeah. Earthshaker is the single most important hero in this game if Liquid wants to come back. And I mean, this is how it usually goes for Earthshaker games. And I don't mean in this day and age, I mean just generally, like Earthshaker is one of the best counter initiators in the game. It's like him, Enigma. Those are like the two really big ones. Yeah, got the Ag Shard.
Oh, that's not surprising. The fact that the Shard comes on the Viper so you can actually push a lot faster.
The Ag Scepter?
The Ag Scepter is queued up for Jet. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say that is a weird.
He's like,
pickup.
this is stupid. I want to win this game.
That would be a weird pickup. There we see the poison touch, poison attack applying to the towers now. Fissure. That's the most. Most impact the Earthshaker's had this game. Is slightly inconveniencing Fnatic to right-clicking this tower. And Samada will continue on. Aegis.
No, we just gotta wait 2
quite
minutes.
a bit of time.
On Fissure. I'll have one spell up again soon.
All right. I mean, it feels bad because he needs like a smoke or something to set up to get a good angle.
This is like to me, this is the problem with Earthshaker. It's that by the time you have the blink and the opportunity to actually hit those big echoes, you're dealing with like a bunch of 3,000 HP BKB cores. You know what I mean? Like this, the timing just doesn't work on this patch. It feels like.
I mean, I think it wouldn't be that big of a deal as long as he did something in lane. Like if Earthshaker was able to help win that lane, that would propel him to have a decent game at least.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But he just like, and it's not Boxy's fault. This hero just feels useless until you get blink. And now that he has Blink, it's been so long.
It's taken so long, the enemy team doesn't give a shit that he has a Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's...
Has the shard, though. I guess he had that before.
Yeah.
Gives him some extra oomph, I guess.
Only 5 seconds. That'll be good.
Very sad for a hero with such a rich history, too.
Yeah, he's
really fallen.
definitely due for some buffs. Probably won't get them though, because he's being picked so much in the major.
I'm sure if they look at the game.
I know, but
in context.
I think Valve, and probably rightly so, trust the pros.
Yeah, we got the jump in from Tomato. 4-second stun, forced out to the other side, but the Zany is fine. You can see Mickey already popping that crippling fear. Trying to go on top of Viper. Nice shards, keeping the rest of Liquid on the other side. Mickey still with that ult activated. You can see Fnatic a little bit hesitant. They can just try to wait that out and try to go for the reinitiation. So they're just biding their time, despite having another couple minutes on this Aegis. Just going to take over the triangle.
Yeah, Arrow gets drawn down mid.
Yep, and this is, I believe, is that a heart or is that going to be an overwhelming blink for Tomato?
An overwhelming blink. It's time to pick up that item.
Okay.
I feel like Scotty Heart overwhelming blink is some unnecessary double downing on
Alright,
HP.
will we see an Echo Slam this game? Will we see? I think we'll see it. I don't know if it'll be good though. Tomato, I mean, for Liquid, oh, Boxy's just dead. Oh no. 45 seconds, does have buyback though, so this could surprise them. Because they probably don't remember that Earthshaker's in the game. In fact, there's 2 sets of racks now down in favor of Fnatic. And Liquid just being contained in their base. It just feels like they can't do anything. So it has been kind of another shellacking, but not the one that we thought. We thought that this would be a 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, the early game.
This is like a strangulation shellacking.
Yeah, it is.
That could be a new tier.
No, we're not. We've had
It's like a side tier
there's
there.
too many tiers. I'm down to add a side tier, actually. That sounds like a good
That's
time.
like the branch off, you know.
Yeah, shellacking tree.
It's not a traditional shellacking. It just felt like slow and endless.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, just pressure building up and never really.
No relief.
No relief. No.
40 seconds on the Aegis, so I guess Tomato and company not ready to go high ground quite yet.
Yeah, just building up that pressure.
So do you think they need to wait for the third rush?
Probably not.
Do you think they will wait for the third rush?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they will. I think probably Liquid will come out of base on like Zai or I don't know, Insania going to ward. Somebody will die and Fnatic will go high ground. I don't think this is gonna make it to the next rush. Yeah, and Liquid doesn't even want to wait. They know the state that this game is in.
Yeah.
They were just waiting for the Aegis, but they know if they just wait, they'll eventually lose anyway.
Boxy, we got this. Wrapping around. There's the ult from Mickey,
Go.
giving a lot of vision, but you can see the smoke on the side of Fnatic now. You're going to see Dubu. Blade Fury to start. There's the Fissure. There's a spell from Earthshaker, but he's brought down again. Buys back into the game. Tomato doing a nice job of focusing him down. Now he's going to be trying to focus Matu, who gets a full duration Omni Slash, but it seems to do absolutely nothing to Tomato. Boxy, will you get the Echo Slam off at any point? Has his blink getting canceled repeatedly, looking for the enchant totem. He's stuck in these trees. Snowball is there, and Boxy's going to drop again without the Echo Slam. 70 seconds, no buyback, and this could do it. I was wrong. I thought we would see at least one, even if it was on nobody. Just the feeling of hitting that R key
I just want to
as
hear it.
GG's come out. This was an ugly, ugly game for Liquid. Gracious me, oh my.
It took him a while, but it did feel like a shellac. It did feel like one.
This is a side quest shellacking. This is a tree branch strangulation I don't know. We'll just call it.
Just
what's the shellacking on this?
I don't.
All right, we're going to go to break. Production's actually sick and tired of. We'll go to a break and get our last series underway soon.